Hey, I'm back and better than ever. It's like around the 20th of every month, I just feel stronger. Like my karma's getting activated and I can just feel Momoshiki running through my veins. Let me chill. This chapter is going to be amazing, I just know it. If you haven't been keeping up with this manga, shame on you. What else are you doing with your life? Do better. This is the greatest manga out. The train will leave you drifters behind. If you need a small recap, here you go. Sarada and Sumire aren't affected by omnipotence, and Ada already knew this. Inojin is about to become broken as hell with this new jutsu. We don't know much about it, but we know it'll be key in defeating Mamushi. Lord Kobu knows Konohamaru is a milk dud. Amado keeps getting choked out. I'm pretty sure he likes it at this point, but I can't shame anyone. If you like it, I love it. And oh yeah, Mamushi is coming to lay the hammer on the hidden leaf. Also, I want y'all to comment y'all opinions on Boruto 2 Blue Vortex. Do you like the pacing, the storytelling? I need to hear your real critiques. Personally, I don't have any real issues because Kishimoto is doing a good job with story building. He's also using these new gen characters very right in a battle against gods, and I want him to keep this going. I don't want to have a scenario where the battle becomes too top heavy, similar to what happened in Naruto Shippuden, because most of Class 7 became very useless about halfway in. But I like how everybody is having a role that actually matters. I hear people talking about the power scaling and how it's a problem, but I feel like that's the one thing they've been very consistent on thus far. And one thing that's also leveling it out is Priscians. The Shinju are much stronger than our collective group, but with correct planning and use of strength, the useless are no longer useless. But it's easy for Kishimoto and Ikimoto to keep the cohesiveness of the story because the releases are monthly. I feel like most mangas start bugging out when authors have to meet weekly deadlines. And here's the thing, guys. Most stories have plot holes, and I hate that critique against authors. Nothing is perfect, and I'm just gonna say I'm not all that critical, and I'm not gonna go look for useless things to complain about unless they reveal itself to be very big problems. But I'm enjoying the story so far. Now let's get into this chapter review. I did not expect Inojin's jutsu to look like this. I thought he was starting a campfire, but okay, I'm interested to see what this is gonna look like. And this interaction between Inojin and Boruto is wild because you can see omnipotence still in effect. This dude says he still doesn't trust Boruto because he knows he's a traitor. You would think he's seeing the truth, but he's only doing this for Himawari. And I love the consistency of omnipotence. It's such a great caveat. Just when you think people are warming up to Boruto and seeing the light, it just all fades away. And Boruto responds to Inojin like, so what? I don't care if you don't trust me. Doubling down is crazy. But he has to do it. He also tells him that if you make Himawari cry, it's gonna be up for you, little bro. Big brother has come out to play. And Koji's just in the corner like, this shit is crazy. And back to Konoha, Sai, we knew it. He asked the sensory unit if they have sensed any use of transmission in the last couple of minutes. Even though they said no, he's still on the fence and believes they're somehow communicating. And believes that Konohamaru is communicating with somebody, some way, and somehow. And Lord Kubo is pretty much done with Konohamaru because he's like, this dude can't be... He doesn't fit the idea of a mold, and now is ready to interrogate Mitsuki, interested to see how this goes. And then the panel shifts to Sumire bringing back Boruto his blade, and she works fast. We now know that Boruto's chakra is now infused in the blade, so he doesn't even have to concentrate on it when he's fighting. Also, only his chakra and Sasuke's is registered to the blade, so if anybody else uses it, their chakra will be drained as a safety measure. And I want to see how bad a drawback would be from touching this sword. I see some trickery coming. Sumire has also infused this blade with some special material, and I'm interested to see how this plays out. I'll make sure I keep this information stuck and glued into the back of my mind because it will become important very soon. And wow, this conversation hits home for so many reasons. Shikamaru explains to Shikadai that Konoha will become a battlefield and that working with Boruto is the only way to survive what's coming. And if he can't accept that, then he can't join this operation. But you know, Shikadai, of course, is still bright and he loves his father. And even if he doesn't understand everything, he can't deny the fact that Boruto's usefulness is priceless and wants to join his father's operation. Smart boy, very smart boy. And I like how Kishimoto uses this time to further explain prescience to us once again through Inojin. And he informs him that no one can just know the future. Even with good intentions, he can create a drastic outcome that they might not be prepared for. Every little detail matters. Any hesitation can ruin several timelines, but since they are singularities, knowing fractions of the future allows them to greatly influence future events, and the more singularities there are, the less of an advantage prescience would have. And just because you listen to Koji does not mean that you will like the outcome, but as long as it furthers the overall goal, it will be considered a win even if you may not see it as a moral victory. And wow, we learn an absolute bombshell. There's a future where Ada and Himawari both die, and that is the future Koji wants to avoid. This is very deep, very major, because if either one of them die, it's gonna have a huge domino effect on this story. There will be crash outs like never before. Oh my goodness, this story is about to go to shit if either one of them die. A Damon crash out or a Boruto crash out is something we cannot handle at this very moment. Oh my goodness, the stakes are tremendously high. And now we get to see the jutsu that Inoji created, and it's basically a super landline that connects all the members of the secret operation through a mind transmission called Shindenjin. I don't know if I said that right, but forgive me. I feel like I messed that up completely. Little bro actually did something impressive. Usually the Yamanaka transmission line take too much talker to speak to more than 2 people at once, but he's managed to create a literal hotspot for communication. This is a sign that the new generation is actively becoming greater than the last. I just wonder how long he can hold these convos for and how much chakra it's gonna take, because I don't think he has that much compared to other people, if I'm remembering correctly. Why? This man Amado keeps beefing up Kawaki. If he gets any stronger, this man is gonna explode. He's gonna have an Escanor-like ending. This dude better chill out with drinking that monster energy and taking these pills to enhance his blood. Let me stop. Shikamaru gives the Konoha Avengers the rundown, and we have another new fact about Nojin's ability. It can detect vibrational frequencies, so he can detect Mamushi even if he erases his chakra signature. This guy might become MVP. He's making his way up the ladder. Inojin panics and alerts Shikamaru that Mamushi is already in the village in Area C, and Boruto is ready to get shit poppin'. Yeah. I like this. As of right now, we know Mamushis are in the village spread 30 meters apart. That's really a good amount in his favor, and they're still pretty intact intelligence-wise, but I'm sure he's gonna have to increase the clones because I don't see a scenario where he can take on these Avengers with just 8. Yes, and whoa boy. The boogeyman has arrived. We are about to see Damon in action. We get to really see how strong this little boy really is. I have a feeling he's about to break the power scaling. Shikamaru tells Team 7 to hold Area B and wait because Mamushi can still split himself, so they have to be patient. However, Mitsuki is still in the interrogation room, and this is bad because he's needed on the front lines, but Shikamaru knows he can't force anything. And Mamushi is walking around as 2 civilians realize that there are some interesting looking clones in their village, and these guys are looking for Ada, and out of nowhere, Boruto slices one of the clones' head off clean. This man has been clinical in this time skip. Dude wasted absolutely no time. Sword got buff, cleaner slices, and that is just how this chapter ends. That boy Boruto is something else when it comes to this. But what else can you expect from Sasuke's student? I'm really excited to see where this story goes, and I will talk to y'all later. Peace.